Hey guys, welcome back to the Play On Footy channel. Today I'm going to be looking at Premiership hangovers. In particular, I'll be looking at the 2024 Collingwood Magpies versus other AFL teams of the past that have won premierships and then the next year have fallen off. I've got three examples here. We'll run it through together. The first one is the 2009 Hawks. This is them coming off a big upset win against the 2008 Geelong Cats. And Crawford, that was his last season in 2008. He was the only player at the time that had his age of over 30. There was no other players that were near him in terms of age. So when he retired from the Premiership team in 2008, he then basically passed on the baton to the rest of the Hawks team. The biggest thing for the Hawks in 2009, though, was the lack of continuity. There were only 16 Premiership players that played in the team from time to time, and they fell off with youth as well. There wasn't enough youth that came through. Luke Hodge, Buddy Franklin were the only Hawk players to earn All-Australian Guernseys in 2008. There were no Hawthorn players in 2009, just to put that in perspective. Number two, got Bulldogs in 2017. Now, of course, Bulldogs in 2016 won that amazing grand final with the help of Tom Boyd's big long bomb against the Sydney Swans. They had players like Bob Murphy, Easton Wood, Matt Boyd and Liam Picken. They started really well for 2017. They won 4 out of their 5 games. Then came some inconsistencies. Libba was dropped. Tom Liberatore, Johannesson and Bontempelli really dropped off in form, but the biggest drop off in form for the Bulldogs in 2017 was their forward line. The forward line dropped off dramatically with Jakey Stringer, and then the Cloak trade as well from Magpies to Bullies just didn't work out. Travis Cloak, so that was a real fail. And then again, Tom Boyd had his off-field sort of mental health problems as well, so that was a big shame. Injuries then started to pile up. So you had Tory Dixon, Clay Smith. By round 17 to round 20, they'd won 4 games in a row, so they're picking up some momentum. But then the last 3 games they'd lost, and they finished 10th on the ladder. Third example is Geelong. Just recent example, they were the oldest side to win a grand final, but then again they had the injuries, unfortunately, that struck in 2023. They had Jeremy Cameron, who had a sore shoulder, never really recovered from that. Radagalia, he had a knee problem, then got later traded to Port Adelaide. Then they had Tom Stewart as well, who's doing really well in 2024. But again, when you're missing a key piece to your puzzle in the back line, then it's going to be exposed, of course. Players like Mitch Duncan, Cam Guthrie, both got injured as well, which was a big, devastating blow. So again, another theme with the Bulldogs and Geelong, as well as the Hawks, is the lack of continuity as well. And then again, you had Tyson Stengel, Max Holmes and Koning that just dropped off. They weren't at their best like they were in 2022. They would finish 10 and 12 for the season. I guess the biggest point of view here for the Collingwood Magpies and the big key takeaway is that if they don't have any injuries per se, and the other big question is if the veterans, if they do hold up, will the Pies keep winning and maintaining some sort of, I guess, honour with it? Absolutely. I definitely believe they can. They've played 4 top 8 teams already in the season, and bar GWS, they haven't been big losses. So in my opinion, they'll still finish in the top 8. And I do believe Craig McRae's the right guy, and the sky's the limit for, his team. Whether they go back to back is probably a bit of a stretch at this stage, because they do have a bit of a hard run at this moment. But yeah, anything's possible. As all these teams, the 2008 Hawks weren't tipped to win the premiership. The 2016 Bullies weren't tipped to win the premiership, and Geelong weren't real favourites. They were called too old, too slow. And then the Pies to do what they did last season as well, to win against Brisbane Lions, who I thought were the better team throughout the whole season, really speaks to, it's anyone's game on the day. And if you rock up and they play hard and they have the continuity and they have their veterans stand up, the Magpies can surprise us all. Who knows? But that's it for now. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.